How's it going, guys? Today we are in my backyard. This is in the hills of Kentucky. I want to go ahead and welcome you guys to the channel. If you're new, definitely hit that subscribe button and we'll get into it. Today we're going to be actually talking about how to get an awesome rolling shot. Now, the method that I'm using only requires you and one other person to be driving. You're going to be the photographer in this method, and it requires a Wi-Fi connection to your phone. So you can be using an app, controlling it, and then taking the photos yourself while driving. So it gives you an actual frame by frame to set it up and then to see how it is. So without further ado, guys, we're going to get into it, and I'll have a GoPro footage so you can see it right here, right now, okay? Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Alright, so I'm walking around my vehicle at this point. I'm just inspecting it in case anything needs to be, cleaned up in a last minute kind of thing. It's always good to go ahead and make sure that your subject matter is, prepared for everything. And we'll go over to the chase car. And the chase car has the camera that I have mounted on it with a two-point mount, as well as a safety rig that is closed up into the hatch. So you can see right here, this is how I have my camera set up. Alright, so as you can see right here, I'm actually pairing my camera to my phone, and now we're getting into the vehicles and we're setting it up. So I want to make sure that the settings are correct, in which case I would go ahead and change it. The angle's right, and you'll see that a little bit later. So I'm doing some test shots right now. You can see and hear the car and everything like that, obviously, but you want to get that right angle. And so the best thing is to kind of have that display on your phone so you can change it as you go. You're your own critic in this matter, which is amazing, because when you can see the photos coming across the screen at a live view, you know exactly what you need to do. And that angle, when it hits, it's just right. It's so perfect. So now I'm starting to go ahead, and that was a test shot. I went over to this side and I actually saw whether or not it was good or not. And so I was debating it, and I'm still looking at the photos right here, just kind of seeing if I wanted to go ahead and change the angle, in which case I did. So I'm going ahead and actually letting my driver know that I'm changing up the angle of the camera. So it's always good to go ahead and get these corrections done at the beginning of everything, and then that way you can go forward and just get all these awesome shots that you'll see here. And this is something that I'm super happy with. This shot went extremely well, and I was able to go ahead and get some great shots, some awesome lighting, and some cool exposure, as well as some cool angles. So as you can see, now that I changed it, we're going forward with everything, and you can see that now I know exactly my spacing. I know exactly how to move the car, how to actually angle it and everything as well, and we move forward with it. Now, as you saw, that car that just passed, it can be a little bit dangerous, so keep that in mind when going forward with things, just to be aware of your surroundings, and your safety is going to be more paramount than anything else. That's pretty much everything that I have done in this situation, setting it up to how we are in the car and changing up the angle of it as well. So thank you so much. Alright, guys, and that pretty much sums it up about how to actually get a really good rolling shot. Now, again, everybody has different ways of doing it. This is just the way that I do it, so that way I can drive my own vehicles and have somebody else guide and use my equipment that I can go ahead and set up. I'm actually the photographer and the driver in this method, and it is a little bit dangerous, especially to your equipment, so keep that in mind when you're going forward with it. But yeah, remember, guys, to stay creative, because things like this, you got to think outside the box, and sometimes you put a little bit of equipment at risk and everything, but make sure that you have as much safety equipment that you can, but you're not injuring or putting anybody else's life at risk, because rollers can be a dangerous thing to get, as well as the whole legalities of it. But besides the point, I want to thank you guys for coming. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that bell. It is very important, and I appreciate you guys every single time. Thank you so much for watching the video, and stay creative. Thanks.